Just on the chat, if you can just come on the chat and just say yes, you can hear me, some of you all. Then I will be sure that I am talking to an audience that can hear me. Are you able to hear me, everybody? Can be some of you all. Okay, great. So then I think, yes, I'm just getting a thumbs up from people there. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, now here is what it is. One of the important reasons why we have probably called all of you all, and I see about 1,000 people that have come in. Superb. Thank you so much. That means you have probably acknowledged and giving your time for Wipro for the next half an hour that we have. So here is what it is. One of the important reasons that we have reached out to all of you all is you have been selected amidst about a lakh of students that have actually applied and about 50,000 students plus that have taken the test, and out of which we've just got about few thousands that we finally shortlisted. So it is very important that those people that are shortlisted are futures for Wipro. And those people who decide to join our organization, nothing like it. It's something more important for us, and you are the most important people for us in the process, because the entire process and the way it is structured for all of y'all, you will get to know once we do it. We'll have a detailed orientation session once you decide to join us. And there you'll get to know about the entire clarity and the growth path that you actually have, and what is it that we have for all those people that decide to join with Wipro. Now, at this moment, we've called all of y'all, and we've got few important questions to ask. So I will start with the required questions at this moment, and then afterwards, in the last, by the time we conclude, we will have a survey link that is going to be sent to all of y'all. And in the survey link, we've got a few questions to ask you. So that survey link will probably give us some bit of an understanding of what is the challenge that is there. So this particular group that we have called are the people who have not accepted the LOI. And for us, it's a big concern, which means if 1,000 people don't accept the LOI, it means that it is 1,000 very, very critical and important set of people, intelligent people, that is actually going to drive our organization forward and make our organization what it is today to next level. So that's how important you all are. And it is that's one of the reasons why we're having this particular discussion with you. You can ask your questions. You can ask all those required questions you have, and I'm here to respond to those questions. If I don't have those answers, I will go back to the required people and the important people and get the responses back to you. And that's why we have the survey also to you. The first question that I have for all of you all is that we have now talking here to a large group of people who have been selected, who went through the interview process. One is our online test is not an easy test. Only 25% of the population clear that test. It's very tough. We've made it really tough because you need to be somebody of some substance to be able to actually, we don't want to just have somebody just given a test for the sake of it, and then they come into our organization and then they go through and find it difficult to handle our expectation here. So we want to look at people who the test is actually going to really determine whether the individual has the required analytical skills to be able to take the opportunities that is going to be coming in terms of project forward. Because the kind of role that you get here, we are looking at, let me tell you very clearly, what is it that we look at? We are looking at an engineer who will work with minimum supervision. Okay, so you won't have somebody who's going to be sitting next to you, mentoring you and guiding you and training you and teaching you. Even there's no training program. We don't have a classroom-based kind of a training at all. You're going to be having trainings, which is going to be self-based, app-based training for you to keep equipping yourself on technology and getting into projects. So that is why the test that we give is where we scrutinize and we look at people who can actually crack that particular test. So there's a little bit of a work that we did to ensure that we get the best. And so the best is only through that clearing of the test. So that's why you are very important. So here is what we want to check with you. We want you to join our organization and we will address the required questions you have. Thanks for coming in. Most important point is that what made you not accept our LOI? Okay, and what is the challenge that you have? So that is the first question that I have. So I want you to probably, if somebody can, ask some questions specific on that, and then we should be able to probably address that. Is there a challenge that you're facing with regards to accepting the LOI? So if you can just put in few 2 points there, then I'll understand what could that challenge be, and then probably respond to those questions you have. So my first question is there a challenge that you're facing with regards to accepting the LOI? And we've got Bhavish also who has joined. Bhavish, would you like to just take it over, Bhavish?
Yeah, I've been talking for the last 2.5 hours, man. You go ahead.
Okay.
I'm tired of talking now. Please go ahead. But why do you have such a limited participation? This went out to how many?
This is gone. We have 1,285 at this moment, Bhavish.
But I was checking with Zainab and Apurva. How many people did we send this out to? I'm assuming close to about 7,000.
Yeah, more than that actually.
Okay, okay, fair enough. So I think Binoy, okay, we have started. Yeah, we are live.
We have live actually, Bhavish. We are live.
Right.
So I would like you to just introduce, and then we will come in, Bhavish. That would be better, so that this group will get your update what you want to say.
Perfect.
So we would want you to go. Yeah.
Thanks, Binoy, Apurva, Zainab, and sorry guys, we never realized that we are live, and hopefully we did not reveal any internal discussions. But thank you so much for joining in. I wish and hope that all of you guys have had a lovely beginning of the new year. We need to still ensure that we stay indoors, stay positive, and then hopefully stay away from the virus as much as possible. So the whole reason why we thought it's important for us to connect, and I think my team has also had several conversations with your placement offices, with all of you separately in various forums. We have also ventured out across the country to some of your colleges and spoken to you in person, was to give you a glimpse of how your career beginning at Wipro is going to look like. So we are at a stage wherein I think this cohort of people that we're talking to, and I'm assuming all of you who have joined the call are the people who received this invite, are those who are yet to accept our LOI. I am also aware that most of you have not accepted, not because you don't want to accept, but because you've not even received, or you might have missed out on the LOI. The only message that I had from our perspective was that we are going to release the offer letters starting from next week, and the offer letters will go out to each one of you, and that will become a decision point for each one of you to tell us whether or not you are interested in joining Wipro. So irrespective of whether or not you have accepted the LOI, it could be various reasons. So if there are questions that you have that I am yet to receive the LOI, you don't need to ask that question, because you can forget about the LOI. You will receive the offer letter starting from next week onwards. Once you receive the offer letter, please start taking the decision of whether or not you want to join us. And post that, your training and your background verification, all that can start. So I'm asking Binoy from my team to kind of walk us through in case if there are any specific details apart from this. Otherwise, we are more than happy to kind of open it up to some of the questions. So Binoy, over to you.
Yeah, we should open it up for questions now, Bhavish, because I think we've called people from all branches of people. So that's what we have. So we have 1,389. So we can actually put the question on the this thing on the chat so that they can ask the required question, or if any of them have a question. So team, if you have any specific question that you want to ask, please ask, because your question would be the answer for all the members who are there watching this. Yeah, I want all of you all to just look at the chat. There is a request that we have. If you have any specific question to ask, please do ask us. Okay, Zainab, what you could do here is that, yes, there are people acknowledging that they want to ask questions. By the time they ask question, if you can just put that survey link so that we could have people, candidates responding to that survey link, and we should be having some update on what's that particular status at this moment with all the people that are attending at this for this. Just
No,
a
it
survey
has
link.
been, is the screen changed or is it just the Wipro logo?
It's just a Wipro logo. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I might have to switch the content.
So
So
that's not a problem. Just put that link, survey link. That's more than enough. That's enough.
just a minute.
Put the survey link in the chat box, please, Sena.
Yeah, in the chat box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop sharing the content.
Yeah. So the chat box is open, team. So please ask us questions. I don't see anybody asking questions, but I see about 400 acknowledgements to the question, to the request for a question. Done. So we will. I'll just reiterate the point that we have. So first is that what Bhavesh had just discussed at this moment was that everybody will be receiving an offer letter. So you should not be having any specific issues with regards to LOI acceptances. So that should probably address that one question which many of you all had earlier.
I mean, this is a very silent group. I was expecting that we'll have tons of questions and we'll struggle to answer all of them. But I think if some of you are trying to talk, that might not work. So you'll have to use the chat window to type your questions if in case you have any questions. I could see the number of thumbs ups that my statement is getting. That goes to show that all of you are interested and waiting for our offer letters. So as I just to reiterate, all of you will be receiving our offer letters starting next week onwards, and you will be required to accept or reject or at least take a decision at that point in time so that we can start planning our training, which is pre-joining training, as well as your onboarding, which can either happen in Q1 or Q2 or Q3. So I see that the number has gone up to 924.
940 now.
Yeah. Great. So guys, as I said, please ask whatever questions that you have, and you can type in your questions. We've got close to about 5 of us. In fact, now 6 of us who are waiting for your questions to come in so that we can answer.
There are questions, Bhavesh.
Where? I mean, because I felt that I'm playing Damshraj.
No, there are questions.
Okay.
So,
Can you read out a few? Because I can't see them.
So I have received the LOI, but have submitted all documents through BGV and chose preferred location and domain. Am I selected or should I apply again?
Please don't apply again. We were in fact just in another conversation wherein some of you have taken the pain of reapplying in our phase 2. If you have already got either an LOI or a BGV where you have started uploading documents, then you are selected. All of you will get an offer letter by next week.
Okay. Receive business discussion round email and BGV link, but not the LOI.
Don't worry, you will get the offer.
Okay. Why some students
clarify that, Apurva, before that.
Email.
Yeah, we need to clarify that point, Apurva. That's the confusion which people have. There's
Right.
no more of that LOI option. It's the offer letter only. So that this particular group will understand that. So all those people, just to reiterate again, so you will be getting an offer letter. So you don't have to wait for an LOI for you to accept it. An offer letter will be sent to all of you all.
Just reiterating, this is for all FY23, which is 2022 graduates. So if we have people in this call who have graduated in 2020 or 2021, this comment does not apply to you. The offer letters will start coming in from next week onwards for everybody who is selected and is graduating in 2022. Sorry,
So
Apurva.
there is another question. I still have not received the LOI even after sending multiple queries and filling the form provided. So I think this again answers to that same question. So this would be the common question that we're going to be receiving, Bhavish, which is saying the LOI not received, unable to accept the LOI. So that's how it is. They are unable to accept the LOI link, as well as some not getting the LOI, but getting the BGB link as such. So that's the common question that you're going to be seeing constantly. And that's what I see from all of
the answer is going to be consistent. So I acknowledge, and we've been trying to kind of work through our systems, our policies, processes. I know it might not have been a great experience for each one of you. Some of you might have written to us several times, but our endeavor has always been to ensure that we respond to as many people as fast as possible. So our response for all these questions that are coming in is very, very clear that do not worry. All of you who have been shortlisted, you will get your LOI, you will get your offers starting next week. I repeat, this is only for all of you graduating in 2022 and people who've got shortlisted. So Apurva, do you see any other questions apart from the LOI aspect, LOI not received?
All questions are around this LOI not received, and they've got the BGB link.
Yeah, I'm also able to view the questions now, and it's very much on the same lines. I think many of them have acknowledged now, responding to you saying the yes. Perfect.
Okay. So that I think answers it also. I know the panic that we've been able to create, and I'm sorry on behalf of my entire team. I think there were some issues that we faced in our systems, because of which some of you got the LOI, some of you did not. So don't worry on that. As I said, next week, all of you who have got the BGV link. So in case the moment you've got the BGV link, it completely says that you are selected. So, and if you are selected, if you have got the BGV link, all of you will get the offer as well. Once you accept our offer, we will start working with you, trying to see how soon can we bring you on board once you complete our pre-joining program and all the other fundamental courses.
Okay, and then there's another question. When will BJP and onboarding for 2022 batch start is one of the question, apart from the LOIs that has come.
I'm so happy that there is some other question apart from LOI. So we've already started our planning for Q1 onboarding, and what we'll have to be aware of is the fact that we can't onboard all of you at one shot, right? So some of you will get the first opportunity to come and join Wipro in the Q1 itself, which is April, May, and June. Some of you, your joining might get delayed. But having said this, we all stand to our commitment that everybody who gets an offer from Wipro, we will honor each and every offer, and all of you will come and join us. Some of you might get a little delayed in terms of joining. Some of your joinings will happen faster, and this could be a combination of variety of factors being how some of you have performed in your assessment when you took that assessment. It will be a factor of how soon can some of you complete your examinations and so on and so forth. So we will start our onboarding from end of April and May onwards, and will continue throughout the course of the next 12 months till March of 2023. And likewise, what we will also do is to keep engaging with you at all times. So our training team or talent transformation team will also start working with you after the offer letters are doled out. And once you accept our offers, you will see a lot of engagement happening from our talent transformation teams, who will start sending you mailers on working on your basic fundamental skills and all that, so that you are ready before you join Wipro.
Yeah, and there's another question that comes in which says my LOI is expired. What I have to do? So I'm sure this is a question which few of them I have also. So I think if you can just address that point also.
So same, I mean, wait, and you will be happily surprised or pleasantly surprised to see your offer straight away. So don't worry about your LOI expiring, but please ensure that you keep watching out, and the offer will come from an ID which will be something in the lines of ISIMS dot some numbers followed by Wipro. So watch out for ISIMS ID. Please ensure that you do not blacklist that ID, and you check your spam mails as well. As I said, I repeat, our offer letters will start from next week and will go on for the next 2 weeks. So by 14th, all of you should be having an offer letter in your inbox.
Okay, so I think we've just scrolled down with as many people as possible, and I see from all the responses of up to 2000 that we've seen so far are all only about getting the BGV link and to know LOI and what to do. So I think since you've reiterated this multiple times, I'm sure the students would have probably got an idea about the offer letter part and not to get worried on why they've not got the LOI. So that's the clarity. I think that's the only answer that I get.
Right. So here comes the point. The BGV link is important, irrespective of whether you have received LOI or not. As I said, I mean that will get replaced by the offer that we release to you. But if you are having problems with BGV or for document upload, please ensure that you fill the form that Zainab has already posted on the chat window. Fill that form to tell us what exactly is the problem. Please do not write any of the concerns which are with LOI, because as I said, that problem is solved for. But if you are facing issues with uploading documents, if you are facing issues with editing your information, if you are facing issues with anything to do with BGV, I think mention that, and our team will try and reach out to you and close loop with you as fast as possible, so that the next logical process is going to be you accepting the offer, you uploading your documents, we doing your audit, and once the audit is clear, we can start calling you to onboard.
Yeah, so I see that's the only set of questions so far that we've got. All are with regards to LOI itself. So far that which we have scrolled down. I don't see anything different. Apurva, are you able to see any other different question there?
No, Binoy.
Yeah,
It's
so
all about
yeah. So which means I think primarily this 2,485 candidates who have come onto this call are only having this one particular question that they have in mind about the LOI, which means they're all interested and waiting to accept our offer. It's just that we just need to provide that offer letter and the facility for them to accept it.
Perfect, great. So I think that sums it up. So thank you again. Thanks so much for joining in. We look forward to having you on board and become a part of the Wipro family. And please continue to reach out to us, write to manager.campus@wipro.com in case if you have any concerns, as I said, outside of LOI. And you can obviously also use the office forms link that Zainab has shared to let us know about some of the challenges across BGV that you're facing. So thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining in.